What's up everybody, this is Master Ian Gamer, and welcome back to another LEGO Overwatch merch review. Today we have one of these smaller LEGO Overwatch sets, Hanzo and Genji. This is a pretty cool set, so let's get started by taking a look at the minifigures. Alright, so first up we have Hanzo. As we can see there, he has his storm bow, along with a quiver on the back, and a very cool hair accessory. I'm pretty sure that's a brand new hairpiece. I've not seen that before in any other sets. And it has this cool little sort of, like, ribbon, which you can disconnect and then just slide that right back in, which obviously matches his in-game character. The bow he comes with is just a sort of standard LEGO bow. These have been around for literally decades at this point, so it's a nice blue color you get with it, but the design isn't anything new. Looking at Hanzo himself, though, he has his gruff-looking face and a torso which seems to be missing his left nipple. Interesting. I will point out that the printing of, like, his chest there is slightly miscolored. We saw that in a much worse instance with the Mercy face in the Watchpoint Gibraltar set I reviewed previously. And basically it's just because when they print on black plastic, the flesh-colored paint doesn't really, like, come through because they don't put it on thick enough. It's just a quality control issue, which is really disappointing. LEGO's had an issue with that for a while, and I don't know. Hopefully they fix it someday. He has no alternate face on the back, but there you can see his back printing without the quiver and arrows. Overall, yet another very awesome detailed LEGO Overwatch minifigure, and now let's move on to his brother. Next up, we have the minifigure that I'm sure will be the reason for most people getting this set, which is Genji. Genji looks pretty cool, I gotta say. His helmet is a little big, you can kind of see that. It kind of like juts out a little bit too much in the front, if you ask me. It's not quite so pronounced in game, but it is LEGO, it's a toy, so, you know, they have some sort of creative liberties there. He has the same sort of little, like, ribbon piece in a different color, which disconnects right there. And if you want to pop off his helmet, where's Genji? It's just a metal head. They don't actually give him any face printing whatsoever, which, I mean, I guess makes sense. We only see his face, like, briefly in the Dragon's short, unless you want to count some of his skins in-game, but yeah, I kind of understand why they just went with the generic look there. You can see he has very awesome printing on his torso there, as all the LEGO Overwatch minifigures do, and he has shurikens. Whoops. So he has shurikens right there, which he can throw, and the set comes with quite a few of them. I think it comes with 4. So you can kind of play around with those as you want. But, as you might imagine, when his ultimate is ready to activate... Whoops. Hold your sword, Genji. Boom, right there. He can use his Dragon Blade. There isn't currently an Ana minifigure, so you can't Nano Blade with him in LEGO form, but he can still cause mass damage and annoy your weak supports. Very cool. Again, this is a sword piece that has been used in other sets. It's just a basic, like, katana ninja sword, but in a nice green color, which matches in-game. And just taking a quick look at his back printing, as you can see, once again, awesome detail. Now, additionally, you get a third minifigure in this set, which is one of the Yakuza goons from the animated short Dragons. This is actually the only minifigure in the LEGO Overwatch sets that isn't a playable hero in-game, and I have to admit, his inclusion is a little strange. Like, he's not really a prominent character. You see him once, very briefly. He doesn't even have a proper name, so it's just kind of funny that they include him in here as well. He does, of course, have the scared face and the cell phone we see, which if we can get a close-up... It's just a very basic cell phone printing. It is printed on there as well, that isn't a sticker, which is nice, because otherwise putting it in his hand would eventually peel off the sticker over time. And he does have a pistol of sorts. some sort of gun. And you can pop off his pompadour headpiece, which is very nice. And no back printing on his face, but he has a little bit on his shirt, but nothing special. So yeah, very interesting minifigure to include. Moving on to the main build of the set itself, we have the final point of Hanamura, which is made up of these two sort of side wings, you could call them, which each have their own little detailing, and then the main build in the front. So if you want to just pick it up, because it's not that heavy, you can kind of zoom in. You do have the sword and sheath there, which are in front of the big banner in the back. And of course you get some very cool architecture done there with the big pillars and the sort of top wavy piece. I don't know what the correct terminology for that architecture is. Something you definitely see a lot in East Asian buildings and whatnot. On the left side here, we have, of course, a light dangling down, a little platform up here that's sort of like a railing, so you can just kind of stand up there, shoot down if you're Hanzo. You also get a little, let's see if you can get that to focus, you get a little coin. That's the same coin you get in the Diva and Reinhardt set, which is supposed to be the coin that Baldrich passed on to Reinhardt and was basically his entry into Overwatch. It's weird that they include it here because that's not a part of the story for Genji and Hanzo. I mean, I guess you could say Genji would have given it to Hanzo as a way of trying to get him to join Overwatch, but that doesn't actually happen. So, yeah, odd inclusion. We have this over here, which at first I didn't realize what it was, but it's supposed to be like stairs. The reason that piece is missing there is so you can just put a minifigure on it, like, we grab Yakuza guy, let's put him right on there. Can make it like he's walking, walking down the stairs. So yeah, and there's another little play feature right down there, which I'll show you in just a second, but first I want to show you the other side, which is identical to the left side, except it has a small health pack instead of the coin. Now, let's get on to the quote-unquote play feature of this build, which are these little discs. So, yeah, let me just press that. Thumb kind of got in the way. These are little dragon discs. I guess they're supposed to symbolize Genji and Hanzo using their ultimates. We have another one over here. I'll actually turn it around so you can kind of see how far it goes. So yeah, blue one for Hanzo. Here, move that to the side. Green one for Genji. Blue one for Hanzo. And it comes with 2 of each. And that's sort of a bizarre play feature. Like, I kind of get it for Hanzo because he has his, big dragons he shoots out. But for Genji doesn't shoot anything with his ultimate. I don't know, sort of an odd play feature. I guess they want kids to have, like, some fun thing to do with what's otherwise basically just a diorama build of Hanamura. And, yeah, it is what it is. Alright, so moving on now to my final thoughts. Overall, the set is good. It's only $20, which, granted, you get 2 awesome minifigures, plus the Yakuza guy. I think it's a decent price. The main build of, like, the Hanamura map is whatever. It's a cool little diorama piece if you want to just, like, display it on your shelf, but if you're a kid getting the set to play with it, there's not a whole lot of play value here. Unlike the Watchpoint Gibraltar set, where you get this massive, awesome spaceship, yeah, this is just kind of lame, I will admit. The strong point of the set is, of course, the minifigures. Hanzo and Genji are both fantastic minifigures, like we've seen with many of the other LEGO Overwatch sets. Yakuza guy is decent. I mean, it's an extra minifigure. I can't complain about having an extra minifigure, so that's nice. The play feature on the map itself with the discs is just kind of whatever. It's weird. I don't really know why they put it in. The display, though, for what it is, I have to say, is decent. Definitely not one of my favorite sets from the ones I've built so far, but a good one nonetheless. The Genji and Hanzo minifigures are by far what makes this set worth it, in my opinion, if you're interested in those characters. Anyways, that'll do it for this Overwatch merch review. Thank you all so much for watching. Please be sure to let me know your thoughts about the Hanzo and Genji set by leaving a comment down below. Do you think the set is worth it because of the minifigures? Or maybe you even like the Hanamura build more than I do? Either way, be sure to leave a like if you enjoyed this video, and share it with a friend if you really liked it. Subscribe, follow me on Twitter, and hit up the bell to never miss any of my future Overwatch content. This is Master Ian Gamer signing off, and until next time, have a great day.